Welcome back, friends, and a warm hello to those joining us for the first time. You're tuning into a journey through timeless stories that still speak to us today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried to walk in someone else's footsteps, only to find that their path came with challenges you weren't prepared for? Today's story shows what happens when Isaac follows in his father Abraham's footsteps, both the good and the questionable. In the bigger picture, we're in the book of Genesis, and at this point, Abraham has passed away. Isaac is now the patriarch, and like his father before him, he is learning how to lead, trust, and live according to God's promises, even in unfamiliar lands and during difficult times. This chapter captures Isaac's journey through famine, fear, success, and conflict, all while God's steady hand guides him forward. Now, let's step into the story with a modern-day retelling of Genesis 26. A modern-day reading of Genesis 26. There was a famine in the land, not the one during Abraham's time, but a new one. So Isaac traveled to Gerar, where Abimelech was king of the Philistines. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Don't go down to Egypt. Stay where I tell you. Live here as a foreigner, and I'll bless you. I'll be with you and keep my promise, the one I made to your father, Abraham. I'll give you this land and make your descendants as numerous as the stars. I'll bless all nations through your family, because Abraham obeyed me." So Isaac stayed in Gerar. But when the men of the area asked about Rebekah, Isaac said, "She's my sister." He was afraid to say she was his wife, thinking the locals might kill him to take her, just like Abraham once did. Sometime later, King Abimelech looked out a window and saw Isaac showing affection to Rebekah and realized she was his wife. Abimelech confronted him. "She's your wife. Why did you say she was your sister?" Isaac replied, "I was afraid I might be killed because of her." Abimelech said, "What have you done? One of us could have taken her and sinned unknowingly. You put us all at risk." So he warned everyone, anyone who harms Isaac or his wife will be punished. Isaac planted crops in that land and harvested 100 times more than he expected. The Lord blessed him, and Isaac became very wealthy. He had flocks, herds, and many servants. The Philistines became jealous. They filled in all the wells his father Abraham had dug. Abimelech told Isaac, "Move away from us. You become too powerful." So Isaac moved to the valley of Gerar and reopened the wells his father had dug, giving them the same names. But when his servants dug and found fresh water, the local herders argued it belonged to them. Isaac named that well Ezek, meaning dispute. They dug another and the same thing happened. So he named it Sitnah, meaning opposition. Finally, they dug a third well and no one fought over it. Isaac called it Rehoboth, saying, "Now the Lord has made room for us. We will thrive here." Later, Isaac went to Beersheba. That night, the Lord appeared and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Don't be afraid. I am with you, and I will bless you." Isaac built an altar, worshipped, and set up camp. Then Abimelech came to visit with his army commander. Isaac asked, "Why are you here after sending me away?" They replied, "We see the Lord is with you. Let's make a peace agreement. We'll leave each other alone." Isaac made a feast, and the next morning they swore peace and parted. That same day, Isaac's servants found water again, and he named the well Sheba, which means oath. That's why the city is called Beersheba, even today. At age 40, Esau married 2 Hittite women, and they caused grief for Isaac and Rebekah. Here's how the text speaks to me. This chapter reminds us that walking in faith doesn't mean things will always be easy. Isaac, like his father before him, faced hardship, fear, and human mistakes. But through it all, God remained faithful. The promise made to Abraham didn't die with him. It continued with Isaac, and God's hand was still on the family, even when Isaac made questionable choices or faced conflict with others. It also suggests that God's blessings often come with responsibility. Isaac experienced success, but it led to jealousy and strife. Instead of fighting, he moved on and kept digging new wells, a picture of patience and trust. Rather than arguing over land or water, he allowed peace to lead him. When Isaac made room for peace, God met him with reassurance. Don't be afraid. I'm with you. Isaac's story teaches us that our identity in God isn't tied to a place or to conflict. It's tied to trust, a deep trust that he will keep his promises even when our circumstances change. We've all seen this happen when someone gets a promotion, launches a business, or receives unexpected blessings, and suddenly jealousy shows up. People start to question how they got there, or quietly distance themselves. Isaac experienced this too. He didn't retaliate. He moved forward again and again, trusting that what God gave him, no one could take away. We've also seen people make fear-based decisions like Isaac did when he lied about his wife being his sister. Fear makes us forget our foundation. But even when we stumble, God doesn't abandon us. He corrects, protects, and calls us back into alignment, just as he did for Isaac. Let this be our wake-up call. We don't have to fight for what God has already promised us. When people come against you, when life feels unfair, keep moving forward with grace and humility. Keep digging wells. Keep building, keep showing up, keep trusting. Your peace is a witness to the world. Don't let fear lead your decisions. Instead, let faith be your guide, even when the outcome isn't fully clear. Remember, God's presence doesn't leave us when we make mistakes. He meets us right there and lovingly calls us back. I have a question for you. Have you ever had to walk away from something just to keep the peace and found something better in return? In Genesis 27, we'll witness one of the most pivotal moments in the story of Isaac's family, a deception that changes everything. Don't miss what happens when trust is broken and how God still works through imperfect people. Thank you for walking through Genesis 26 with me today. These ancient words continue to speak to our modern lives. If this story touched your heart, brought clarity, or gave you something to think about, I hope you'll take a moment to reflect on the wells you've been digging in your own life. Be sure to like if this story speaks to you. Comment your thoughts or a takeaway. Subscribe for more faith-centered encouragement, and share this with someone who might need a little hope today. See you soon for Genesis 27. It's going to be a powerful one.